We are now surviving Judge Mathis. Oh my God. We're surviving Judge Mathis. And dude, I took my foot off your neck, but now it's back on. You just can't stay home and behave, Judge Mathis. Keep me away. I don't know what to say and say away. Jays on the dream to find you. Shying away. That's the man is waiting. Take on me. Take me now. I'll be good. Oh my God. Salute to Miss Red. Salute to Lisa Jackson, Mona, Pure Survival, huge and huge coin channel. Oh my God. Ray Knox, we is in the building, guys. Pure Survival. We are surviving Judge Mathis, and we are surviving his alleged infidelity during survival. This is breaking news. Peaches, Daniel, we is in the building, guys. You know what I'm saying? Once again, you know what I'm saying? Most hated is back in the building. Oh, listen, it's going down, guys. It's starting to get hot. In the industry, it's starting to get wild. Judge motherfucking Mathis, pure survival. You said that all you wanted was your wife back, and you would go sit down in your Pampers. You would sit yourself down because you was gone for 2 weeks. Remember you said that, Judge Mathis, pure survival? I don't care what nobody say. I don't think the Judge Mathis' wife was having an affair. I do not think the Judge Mathis' wife was having an affair behind his old ass back. Pure survival. But what I do believe is that Judge Mathis was out there clapping those cheeks. He was allegedly having freak offs, in my opinion, pure survival, because his wife was exposing him. If y'all remember, a couple months ago, before Diddy Glover got locked up, Judge Mathis was all over the goddamn internet, pure survival. And he was crying over there to TMZ about how bad he wanted his wife back, and he was gonna stop going on trips, stay home sometimes with your motherfucking woman, pure survival. And Judge Mathis, guys, I'm telling you, allegedly, this man that Judge Mathis threatened to shoot was supposed to be allegedly his wife's mistress during survival. And I'm telling y'all that this is allegedly about if that's the wife's mistress. But what's not allegedly, Judge Mathis had threatened to shoot a state worker, and he is got a lawsuit right now. The man is being sued as we speak. Pure Bible. The state worker, allegedly, aka Mistress, his wife Mistress, was over the house doing work for their house, and Judge Mathis knew, you know what I'm saying, that I guess his wife and the state worker supposed to have been allegedly, like I said, having an affair. When all that time she waited for you, salute to Goddess in the building. Pure Survival, thank you so much, Goddess, for putting me on to Judge Mathis' situation with this new lawsuit, because that made me do my homework. That made me do my homework, and what I had found out through the grapevine is that the guy that Judge Mathis threatened to shoot outside his motherfucking house, Pure Survival, the state worker, he was allegedly his wife's mistress during survival. And my whole thing is, if his wife did have a mistress, Pure Survival, you left her home, Judge Mathis. You left her home alone like Macaulay Culkin. You left her home horny as a motherfucker. She was hornier than Plies. She was hornier than the Two Live Crew. So what did you expect her to do during survival? You thought just because you came home and you finally stopped running around going to Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon, pure survival, that this woman wasn't going to have somebody come eventually clap her cheeks during survival, that somebody was going to eventually knock the dust off of that muffin, Judge Mathis, pure survival. So you can't take it out on the state worker. And you're supposed to be a judge and you are threatening someone's life. This is savagery. You know what I'm talking about, Judge Mathis? Listen, dude, I was just in Vegas not too long ago, Pierce Our Bible. And you know what, Judge Mathis? I won an award. When I was in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, I won an award during survival. You see what that motherfucker say? Las Vegas best husband during survival. This is what my baby gave me, guys. I won best husband during the freak off that we had in Las Vegas, survival. And the freak off was so wonderful, she went on ahead and gave me an award during survival. But let me tell you something about you, Judge Mathis. You the one that was leaving your wife home alone all by herself. I'm not mad at her if the state worker that you threatened to shoot Pierce her Bible, if that was the alleged mistress that was clapping her cheeks. That was clapping her cheeks. He came over to still do work. You think he still ain't had no plumbing to do over there? He was the one laying pipe when you was allegedly running around at Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon. And your wife was the one telling everybody about your secret life, Judge Mathis. But you remember this? When you loved your wife so much, you don't remember this shit here? Y'all remember this? Shout out to
Mathis, how are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I want to ask.
I'm not good. Rather, it's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well.
Now, you wasn't holding up very well when your wife separated from you, dude. Now, if that was a man that she allegedly was letting clap her cheeks, you should sit down and talk to your wife. You know what I mean? And tell her, okay, I'm sorry for leaving you home by yourself all of this time, and I pushed you in another man's arms during survival. Now you done fucking around and got sued. You think that the mistress wasn't going to sue you? Pure survival? If I was your motherfucking wife's mistress, I would have sued you too. Judge Mathis came outside with the goddamn... If you found out that a man was clapping your wife's cheeks, you would feel the same way. Where's all the anger coming from? Where's all the frustration when you were supposed to have been working it out? This is what you said you was going to go home and do. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get mad at her if that man was keeping her company during survival. You wasn't keeping her company. You was allegedly keeping Diddy Glover company, dude. You was over at the freak off dungeon. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at that woman. You know what I'm saying? And then get mad at the dude. You should be trying to talk to her and work it out. Now you done got yourself motherfucking sued. You said that you felt so bad and you felt so terrible. Now you're going to be in worse trouble because now you done got a lawsuit now. Now your wife ain't going to want to work it out no more. Pure survival, that's going to come out. Y'all probably... Now, remember when your wife was staying upstairs in a room, pure survival, and you was living downstairs? And your wife was upstairs and she wouldn't let you in the room? Y'all was just out hanging out together, Judge Mathis, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand, if you was out clapping cheeks during survival, then somebody was going to clap her cheeks too. If she was able to forgive you, you need to forgive her. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that she want the state worker no more. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand that the mistake that you made and you said not to neglect your wife, and now you home and you pulling out guns on people, you threatening people live. This is crazy, guys.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I want to ask.
I'm not good. Rather, it's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife. You see how many at the airport now, flying out, as I have for 40 or for 25 years.
So you admit that you was neglecting your wife for 20 to 45 years and you out flying?
Sir?
He admitted that he put his wife third and he was flying around all over the place, going to freak offs. You know what I'm saying? And now you angry when you get home and you find out that somebody else allegedly was buttering your wife's biscuit. Pure survival.
Airport now, flying out, as I have for 40 or for 25 years. My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends. That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your wife. Son?
You hear that? You said never be too busy and never have too much fun behind your wife. Pure survival. You admitted, Judge Mathis, that you were wrong. Too wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like if I cheat on my woman, I got to accept if somebody possibly clap her cheeks because I was out cheating and fucking around over at Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon, leaving her home alone. You admitted to all of this shit right here, sir. Pure survival. So now you just got sued. That's gonna be more money coming out of the house because you can't behave because you're so jealous. That man couldn't even come over your house and clean without you threatening to shoot the man, pulling out a gun and all of that stuff. You wasn't thinking about that when he was coming over there checking out your wife's pipes, pure survival, helping her put up paintings on the wall and all that shit. You was flying all over the motherfucking place. Like you said, you was hanging out with your friends, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And she was being faithful. She was crying. She was sitting there trying to expose you to make you bring your ass home. And I'm so disappointed, Judge Mathis, because soon as you go home, this is the shit that you're doing. I just saw you and your wife out recently at a airport, Pure Bible, and I was like, oh, look at Judge Mathis. He working it out with his wife. And then to find out breaking news, TMZ break the news that you threatened to shoot somebody. That's a very, very, they gonna fuck around and lock you up, pure survival. You think that you look like Mike Epps right now with a gray beard, pure survival. You think you look like Mike Epps on crack right now. I don't know if you had that P. Diddy motherfucking concoction, that freak off shit inside your system to make you come out and make a threat like that and you a judge, pure survival. That's not gonna look good, Judge Mathis. You walking through a jail. It ain't gonna look good, pure survival. Y'all gotta smash that like button. I need those likes up. We are surviving Judge Mathis. You know what I'm saying? Nadine Williams, salute to you. Thank you for hitting that super chat. She said, pure stone cold cheek clapping survival. Natalie, oh my God, this is crazy, guys. Judge Mathis is putting his foot in his freak off mouth.
That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your wife.
So I do want to ask, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th. Has this been coming for some time now, or was it something out the blue?
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road doing the same thing. And
see, you said that you stayed home. You were supposed to commit to stay home with your motherfucking wife, pure survival. But instead, you know what I'm saying? You wanted to be out at Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon. And now that she done stepped out and found someone to treat her nice, to come wet her grass, to come put water on her motherfucking grass because it was dry during survival, Judge Mathis. Your wife's grass was dry, and that man came and hosed it down. Pure survival. You should be thanking him instead of threatening to kill the man. You admit that you were supposed to spend time, but you didn't. Pure survival.
my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road doing the same thing.
Look, I was supposed to make my wife a priority. Well, somebody else did, sir. Pure survival.
And your wife.
So I do want to ask, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th. Has this been coming for some time now, or was it something out the blue?
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road doing the same thing. And in terms of going out into another city, but I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July said.
And do you see the crackhead move? That motherfucker said, I was gone for 3 weeks. Did you see him just do the Michael Jackson Thriller? He said, I was gone for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Well, when you was gone for 3 weeks, a motherfucker came over for 2 of those weeks. Pure Bible.
In terms of going out into another city, but I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what.
You telling me Judge Mathis didn't look high when he was up there at that airport? Pure Bible. Motherfucker said, I was gone for 3 weeks. Judge Mathis, you look high out your motherfucking mind. Pure Bible. Watch this shit. I was gone for 3 weeks. And that wife was getting her cheeks clapped. Oh my God.
In terms of going out into another city, but I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July said.
You see that motherfucker jump back? I was gone for 3 weeks. Judge Mathis, you can't just go home and think that everything is going to go your goddamn way during survival. You neglected the woman for all this time. She was crying. She was exposing you, allegedly being on Diddy Glover's freak off tapes. She was exposing you, allegedly being a part of rituals and all of that. Now you got a lawsuit for threatening to actually, if you threaten to shoot somebody, that means you threaten to kill them, right? Everybody agree that if you threaten to shoot someone, that's threatening to take someone's life. Because if you shoot them, you could take their life. While the man was trying, a city worker, you know what I'm saying? That is wow. And what if the man really wasn't clapping your wife's cheeks, pierce her Bible, and you just thought that he was? So you must have had some kind of proof. But my whole thing is, what room do you have? Even if the man was clapping your wife's cheeks, pierce her Bible, what room do you have when you kept leaving her, kept flying out to freak on fest, your hair all twisted and peasy and nappy, pierce her Bible? You look like you just woke up at a Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon and motherfucking TMZ ran up on you. Said, is that Mike Epps? No, that's motherfucking Judge Mathis high as a kite, pierce her Bible. Yo, this is wild. So you admit that you neglected that woman. So you need to leave that dude alone, Judge Mathis. If you still want, but now you done caused the problem. This is breaking news. Y'all gotta smash that like button. Judge Mathis got a new lawsuit, just got hit with a lawsuit for threatening to kill somebody, threatening to shoot a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is wild.
In terms of going out into another city. But I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July 17th meant.
Would you say you two are in a good place right now, or able to maintain a friendship?
Oh yeah, we're still in the same house and we're maintaining a friendship. And I'm trying to get my wife back. I have to show her that though.
And if you want to show her that you want her back, Judge Mathis, you can't do it by acting like a jealous pig during survival. Like you said, y'all live in the same house. Bible. So she's upstairs and you downstairs, and you said you was trying to work it out. If she was able to understand that you allegedly was getting your cheeks clapped, or you were clapping cheeks in Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon, then you should understand that the state worker came over and he was taking care of business. He was taking care of business for you, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? You can't neglect a woman for that long and make her feel this goddamn low, pierce her Bible, and the state worker came and made her feel so high. She didn't give a damn that he didn't have money like how you got. Pierce her Bible. You got the money, but you didn't spend time with her. All she wanted was some motherfucking time. And that state worker was loving them collard greens. Pierce her Bible. He was loving to rub that soft rear end. Oh, that state worker was coming over there cleaning up the house, fixing shit, doing things, and seeing your wife walk around looking good, smelling good, pure Bible, looking all neglected. She probably was telling him all about your problems, talking about how you ain't been spending time with her. You know what I'm saying? So she got lonely. I'm just keeping it 101 Dalmatian, pure survival. If this was a woman, I'll be coming for her too, telling her she wrong. But I'm looking at both sides of the fence during survival. I look at both sides. You know what I'm talking about? Pure survival.
Friendship, and I'm trying to get my wife back. I have to show her that though. Hopefully I can show her while we're there together before, and hopefully she doesn't complete the process. But I'm changing in hopes that she will. I'm getting my wife back. How about that? I just wanted to eliminate all the rumors.
No, he said he's going to get his wife back. I don't know. With you behaving and acting out in rage like this, Judge Mathis, is going to make shit look bad. Because you was just talking a couple months ago how you was going on, you was doing the right thing, y'all was trying to work it out, and I was hoping the best for you, Judge Mathis, pure survival. But for you to go and try to threaten this man's life, oh man, this is horrible. This was you just a couple months ago, and they asked you about how it was going with you working out with your wife. This is what you said, sir.
You too.
I know. I wanted to know. You kind of posted,
This internet ain't shit. I'm telling you right now.
It's good to see you.
You too.
I know. I wanted to know. You kind of posted, hanging out with your wife recently. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well.
Okay.
We'll be reconciled shortly.
Oh, okay, so it's going then.
Going very well.
So there is a
See, so Judge Mathis, you said it was going very well. You and your wife would reconcile. Must have been trying to really do the right thing, sitting there doing your wife's feet, you know what I'm saying, rubbing her hair, making her feel like the queen that she is, pierce her Bible. That was the right thing to do. But when you just did this right here, Judge Mathis, pierce her Bible, pulled the gun out on the goddamn motherfucking mistress, this is gonna make your wife, like, this is gonna end it all right here. Because she probably had feelings for the goddamn mistress, pure survival, and still was letting the man come over there and work, but not clap her cheeks. But not clap her cheeks. But you must have found out somehow that this is the alleged dude that she was getting her cheeks clapped by, and you just couldn't, you were so enraged during survival. So I don't know if you had that freak off concoction that made you feel so gangster. You a judge and pulled that motherfucking ratchet out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, guys, but it don't look like he gonna be able to work it out now. They was almost gonna work it out. Judge Mathis pulling the gun out on this guy messed it all up.
Too.
I know, I wanted to know, you kind of posted, hanging out with your wife recently. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well.
Okay.
We'll be reconciled shortly.
Oh, okay, so it's going good then.
Going very well.
So there is a chance that you guys could really reconcile, and how long do you think that will take?
I think it's more than a chance. It'll take few more months for me to stay home. I haven't left.
You see what he admitted? Judge Mathis said it's going to take him a few months. Look, he done twisted his lip up. Here's a Bible. Look, he done twisted his lip up. He got that Bobby Brown. You know you're getting bored dealing with them. You know you miss my loving, thug loving, and I know you're getting bored. She was getting bored. Pure survival. And he said that he was going to work it out. Judge Mathis, this is going to fuck up everything. Pure survival. So they must have been doing good. He said, I've been staying home. Yeah, you've been staying home, sir. But you at home getting sued for threatening to shoot motherfuckers. Pure survival. Now, what if this man wasn't really smashing your wife? So that's an innocent dude that you done pulled a gun out on, pure survival, because of your insecurities, because of your infidelities. Yeah, I mean, what if the dude really wasn't clapping your wife's cheeks? Pure survival. Now you got another motherfucker that's suing you. Now you back in the internet. Pure survival. So I'm going to have fun with you, Judge Mathis. Y'all got to smash that like button. We are surviving Judge Mathis.
Be reconciled shortly.
Oh, okay, so it's going good then.
Going very well.
So there is a chance that you guys could really reconcile, and how long do you think that will take?
I think it's more than a chance. It'll take few more months for me to stay home. I haven't left home since the time I got in trouble and with her in terms of not being home. I haven't left home. Put off all my speaking engagements around the country. So I'm home with my wife. And
You home with your wife and you ain't been outside. You cut all of your freak offs off. You cut off of your speaking engagements, freak off engagements, everything to stay home, Judge Mathis. Pure survival. You just said that. And you said you ain't been outside. But guess what? You went outside allegedly to threaten this man's life. So you still going outside. Pure survival. And when you're going outside, you're not doing the right thing. The man said he ain't going outside. Motherfucker went right out back and threatened to pull out. I don't know if he pulled the gun out or not, but he threatened to shoot this man. This is on TMZ. This is breaking news. You can Google this shit. Pure survival. So, but I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all remember when they had all the cheating allegations with him and his wife was calling him out. Allegedly, the man that Judge Mathis just threatened to shoot is his wife's mistress during survival. Butter, biscuit, freak off juice everywhere. But somebody had to lay in your bed, Judge Mathis. Somebody had to wear your robe and your slippers and spank that ass during survival. I'm sorry, guys. If it was me, I would talk about me like this too. Pure survival.
take few more months for me to stay home. I haven't left home since the time I got in trouble and with her in terms of not being home. I haven't left home. put off all my speaking engagements around the country. So I'm home with my wife, and we're doing fine, and I'm enjoying it, and she is too.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so what's the secret for dudes who need to get their girls back?
That they have to put them first. You have to put them first, and you have to attend to their needs. Can't be neglectful, can't be arrogant. You got to take them out. You have to court them. It's not over after 10, 15 years of marriage.
Now you hear him sitting there. How many of y'all think that he's full of shit right now? Pure survival. Smash that like button if y'all think that Judge Mathis was full of dog shit right now. He's trying to give out advice, talking about you can't neglect your wife. You can't just think that after you together for 20, 30, 40 years, prayer to Bible, you still got to take them out. You still got to smash that, all on the floor, smash that, give me some more. If that's the case, that's what you should have been doing while you've been home, sir. But we just found out what you've been doing at home. You've been making threats, motherfucker. Prayer to Bible. You've been threatening people's lives. That's what you've been doing. This is wild. Y'all got to get the likes up. We are surviving Judge Mathis and surviving him giving us advice on what we should do and how we should treat our women. And he threatening to kill motherfuckers because he think that they trying to smash his wife, Pierce our Bible, or because they was smashing her, but you left her at home for 10, 20 years by herself damn near. Pierce our Bible.
Put off all my speaking engagements around the country. So I'm home with my wife, and we're doing fine, and I'm enjoying it, and she is too.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so what's the secret for dudes who need to get their girls back?
That they have to put them first. You have to put them first, and you have to attend to their needs. Can't be neglectful, can't be arrogant. You got to take them out. You have to court them. It's not over after 10, 15 years of marriage. You got to do it all the way out. So that's the secret, guys. Keep her first. Keep her engaged. Make sure you connect it to your wife.
That's what he was just teaching me.
And that's what he's teaching other people, but clearly he wasn't teaching himself that during survival. And shout out to motherfucking Wendy Williams, because you remember Wendy Williams was talking about Judge Mathis had a secret kid, pure survival, said that Judge Mathis was having freak offs and trying to get his wife to freak off. This is what Wendy Williams said, pure survival. So how did everything Wendy Williams said about you, Judge Mathis, ended up coming to light? Pure survival. Then you threaten this man's life. All prayers for the man who Judge Mathis threatened. You know what I'm saying? But yes, let's go to when you and Wendy Williams was arguing, and she said you was having freak offs. Prayers of Bible, Judge Mathis.
Classic throwback TV.
This is all coming back.
As I was
Wendy Williams and Judge Mathis.
my nasal passages, the judge looking at me very accusatory like, out of the corner of his beady eyes, thinking that I, mother, am up to something. How dare you?
I didn't say a word, and if I were you, I'd leave that alone.
You saw me leave the bathroom. You presumed I went in the other room. Last
I
time
saw
you were
you get
here.
up from the chair, go to the bathroom, come back cleaning your nasal passages.
Last time
now,
you were here.
You're right. That means you went out there to get high and came back and did your nasal
And the
passages.
last time you were here, I was eating incredible amounts of food, right? And you were checking my fingers
Absolutely.
to see if I was smoking weed and having the munchies.
And that's terrible. And you know what? Because just like folks don't like to, they don't want to let me out of the streets.
Yes.
And that's probably what fuels some of that nonsense about me, is because
Right.
folks still see me back in the street. I won't let you live down your path. Isn't that terrible? I'm as guilty as anyone else.
You are as guilty as anyone else, Judge Mathis. Like you said, people don't want you to leave out the streets. You still got that street dude in you. Pure survival. It's understandable, Judge Mathis. That's your wife. So if you find out that a man clapping your wife's cheeks, pure survival, I expect you to act in rage. I'm not judging you for that, pure survival. But if you know that you allegedly was having infidelities and clapping cheekses and going to Diddy Glover's freak off dungeons, you can't be acting like this, sir. You 7,300 and something years old, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And that man was doing you a favor. You wasn't paying your wife no goddamn mind at this time, Judge Mathis. Pierce her Bible. You know what I'm saying? And like you were saying to Wendy Williams, calling her a crackhead, saying that she was going in the bathroom, snorting powder, Pierce her Bible. You know what I'm saying? It all came to light. It all came to light. Everything Wendy Williams said
When you were here, I was eating incredible amounts of food, right? And you were checking my fingers to see if I was smoking weed and having the munchies.
Yeah. And that's terrible. And you know what? Because just like folks don't like to, they don't want to let me out of the streets.
Yes.
And that's probably what fuels some of that nonsense about me, is because folks still see me back in the street. I won't let you live down your past. Isn't that terrible? I'm as guilty as anyone else. I plead guilty. I'm on the mercy of the court. Sentence me, but I don't do handcuffs.
Okay, let me just talk a little bit about your book, and then we're going to get into the rest of your mess, because I'm not going to let you live this down, because unlike you, my people know exactly where I stand on what I do and how I've handled it. So we're going to get back to you, Judge. His new book is called Inner City Miracle, and in the book, Judge Greg Mathis, you are my favorite judge on TV, although Marilyn Million, I have to say,
People's Court, she's doing a good job.
love her. Love her.
She's doing a good job.
But you, Judge, you reign supreme.
Thank you,
So, anyway, why the lure of the guns and the drugs in the streets? In the book, you'll also find out about his life in jail and then out of jail, how he attained a GED, how he was blocked from the bar.
And I get it. Judge Mathis definitely come from the streets, and I totally understand pure survival, but it really don't matter where you come from. If somebody clapping your wife or your woman's cheeks, pure survival, you're going to act out. But he should be old enough. And my whole thing is accepting responsibility for what you was doing. That's my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Now you just caused yourself a whole nother bill in the house because you couldn't control your anger.
Up to that point, I had worked in politics, had become a lawyer, had worked for the mayor of Detroit, had worked
Hold
with...
on, let's get to you, sir.
We heard you played that with your wife, and we want you to flip 3-card money.
What's wrong
and she
with that,
pulled out a
Judge?
stack of money, because I'm not a 3-card money flipper.
Okay.
I am a judge who've overcome all of that.
Yeah, but
Don't try to send me back to the hood and have me representing that. I want to represent excellence. I want to represent commitment to overcome.
And if you want to represent commitment and all that type of stuff that you was talking about right there, Judge Mathis, and you don't want to go back to the hood, threatening to shoot somebody, that's going back to the hood, sir. Pure survival. So your same words that you just said, you went back to the hood.
And lastly, what happened was when she picked the red card, I showed
You went right back to the hood.
where I was getting high,
Doing cocaine.
Oh, listen. This is what Wendy Williams was saying that he was doing far as his free calls.
Defamation, Wendy.
Okay.
She did not allege that.
All right, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged, and it wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged, Judge. Allegedly
Wendy, I
got her
don't know
pregnant.
her.
Listen to
Got her pregnant.
Let me draw up the
I didn't
skeleton,
read that
Judge,
part.
and
I
then
didn't
you
read that
fill
part.
in the meat.
Wendy, I didn't read that part. Now you making that up.
Okay, let me
Now
draw
you
up.
and WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff
Okay,
up here.
Judge, you.
And that's because Wendy Williams was telling the world that Judge Mathis had a secret kid, that he got somebody pregnant and had a whole baby on the side. So if you really allegedly got somebody else pregnant, pure survival, how can you get mad at your wife's mistress for having a mistress when you left her home alone? You know what I'm saying? But you was allegedly having babies on the side. And Wendy said this years ago, pure survival. And you was threatening to sue her because she was exposing you having a secret kid, Judge Mathis. That's all I'm saying, pure survival.
Me and what I've been through, and what they don't know, I go into explicit details in my book. Now, that might not be true according to you about this woman that allegedly you slept with, you allegedly got her pregnant. Listen to let me draw up the skeleton, Judge, and then you fill in the meat.
Wendy, I didn't read that part. Now you making that up.
Okay, let me
Now
draw
you
up.
and WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff
Okay,
up here
Judge,
that
you
wasn't
are-
even alleged.
Okay.
Now that's called
All right.
defamation.
All right.
That's called defamation, Wendy.
Okay.
She did not allege that.
All right, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged, and it wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged,
She
Judge,
alleged
in all of your
she
anger.
alleged that I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not angry.
Okay.
She said that she had had an encounter with me where I was getting high.
Doing cocaine.
Yeah, doing
Brought to you
cocaine.
by
You've been addicted
Classic
to
Throwback
you're still
TV.
addicted to based on your nasal.
And this girl said that Judge Mathis, not only did he have a secret kid, but he was getting high, doing powder, you know what I mean, snorting powder, doing lines of cocaine off this girl's nipple, pure survival. This girl said this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, how can you threaten to shoot somebody for clapping your wife's cheeks if you allegedly did all of this? You know what I mean? Shout out to Wendy Williams.
You fill in the meat.
Wendy, I didn't read that part. Now you making that up.
Okay, let me
Now
draw
you
up.
and WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff
Okay,
up here
Judge,
that
you
wasn't
are-
even alleged.
Okay.
Now that's called
All right.
defamation.
All right.
That's called defamation, Wendy.
Okay.
She did not allege that.
All right, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged, and it wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged,
She
Judge,
alleged
in
that-
all of your
she
anger.
alleged that I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not angry.
Okay.
She said that she had had an encounter with me where I was getting high.
Doing
and that-
cocaine.
Yeah, doing
Brought to you
cocaine,
by
that you've been addicted
Classic
to.
Throwback
You're still
TV.
addicted to based on your nasal passages and all these days you're missing at work. And going
Okay.
in and out of the bathroom right while I'm here in the
Okay.
studio. As I told you, I've never used
New York
cocaine
City,
in
are
my
you
life.
following me?
Listen, I've never used cocaine in my life.
Okay, well,
Never
okay,
in my
tell me
life.
what else she alleged,
So,
Judge.
She also alleged that I asked her to sleep with my wife.
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Now, this same girl said that, and you can tell that he lying. Look, they said the Dutch Mathis lying through his freak off teeth. Pure survival. This girl said that she was doing coke with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, secret babies. And she said that Judge Mathis was trying to get her to have a freak off with his wife. The same wife that exposed you for being in Diddy covers freak off dungeons and freak off tapes. You tried to get your wife to freak off, allegedly, Judge Mathis. This is what the girl said. And you wanted to go, you was going off on Wendy when Wendy was saying this shit years ago, and it just came out.
Addicted to based on your nasal passages and all these days you're missing at work. And going
Okay.
in and out of the bathroom right while I'm here in the
Okay.
studio. As I told you, I've never used
New York
cocaine
City,
in
are
my
you following
life.
me?
Listen, I've never used cocaine in my life.
Okay, well,
Never
okay,
in my
tell me
life.
what else she alleged,
So,
Judge.
She also alleged that I asked her to sleep with my wife.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Right, and so, and if you want to believe that ridiculous nonsense, you feel free to. But and you want to keep fueling it when no one else has even asked me about it.
Now, why would somebody lie and say that Judge Mathis asked him to sleep with his wife, to have a freak off? You probably was into all that freak off stuff and your wife wasn't, sir. That's not a lie that usually that females just make up. You know what I mean? Like if a female try to say that I tried to get my wife to have a freak off with her, why would she make something up like that? She could have said that you had a little wiener, pure Bible, or your breath stink, or your feet stink. Why would she say that you tried to have a freak off? You wanted her to freak off with your wife, pure Bible.
Addicted to based on your nasal passages and all these days you're missing at work. And going in and out of the bathroom right while I'm here in the studio. As I told you, I've never used
New York
cocaine
City,
in
are
my
you following
life.
me?
Listen, I've never used cocaine in my life.
Okay, well,
Never
okay,
in my
tell me
life.
what else she alleged,
So,
Judge.
She also alleged that I asked her to sleep with my wife.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Right, and so, and if you want to believe that ridiculous nonsense, you feel free to. But and you want to keep fueling it when no one else has even asked me about it.
nobody else keeps
Anyone,
you like
everyone
this.
in the media knows that tabloids print trash, but every week that they pay people to come up with you or anyone in this studio
But that
to go
is-
to a
that is-
tabloid and tell them, I want to sell you a story on someone, and they'll buy it.
Right.
And if that's the type of stuff that you fuel on your show,
And part
feel
of-
free to. But I don't know what else
Judge,
you want me to tell
Judge,
you.
I also
other than
got it-
I didn't do it.
I also
and
got
I
it
have
from
nothing to do with
I-
it. And I
listen.
don't know the woman, never met her, never used cocaine. Now, let's talk about
So he said he didn't know this woman, never met her, never used cocaine, and never had a secret child behind his wife's back. But that's not what your wife said, sir. You know what I'm saying? So you, to me, like I said, I get it that if your wife got her cheeks clapped and you got upset, pure survival, and you threatened to shoot the state worker, because you thought he was clapping your wife's cheeks or he was clapping your wife's cheeks. All I'm saying is two wrongs don't make a right. You got to accept what you did wrong to make her cry on the state worker's shoulder, to make her lean to him, to vent and cry about you. Everything Wendy Williams said, Judge Mathis, it sound like it's about right. And you're denying it, and you trying to call Wendy Williams crackheads and all of that. She already admitted that she was addicted to drugs and crack and powder and shit like that. Pure survival. But you don't want to take accountability, sir. Once again.
Print trash, but every week they pay people to come up with you or anyone in this studio to go to a tabloid and tell them, I want to sell you a story on someone, and they'll buy it.
Right.
And if that's the type of stuff that you fuel on your show,
And
feel free to. But I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
I also
other than
got-
I didn't do it.
I also
and
got
I have
it from
nothing to do with
I-
it. And I
listen.
don't know the woman, never met her, never used cocaine. Now, let's talk about fueling your stuff. You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
Secondly, you continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
What
I
about
heard that
symptoms? Tell me.
these nasal passages you keep
Yes.
coughing up.
And I did
Secondly,
Afrin, and I did
this
Afrin.
eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes,
that you
yes.
can't have to come to work because every other
Okay.
week, and now you even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. Then, lastly,
Judge.
your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure
And
my
finally,
husband-
So he's talking about Wendy Williams being a bisexual, pure survival, you know what I mean, and a drug addict, and he's going at her. Like Judge Mathis was tearing her out the frame at this time. But then the tables had turned during survival. Then it started to seem like everything that woman was saying 20 years ago ended up coming out about you. You had everything to say about this woman, but you was denying all the claims of what happened with you. And now you in the spotlight, sir. You are the freak off judge, Terminator, pure survival.
every other week, and now you even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. Then, lastly, your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure
And
my husband would love that.
Yeah. Oh, he watches? Does he watch when you do it?
Yes, don't you
Wow.
know?
No, I don't know. I didn't know you were that low down. Lastly, we can continue with what I heard about all those abortions. Like 8? You had 8 abortions? That's what I heard. That's the rumor. Now you want to keep
interesting.
fueling that? Did you write about that in your book?
I wrote.
So Judge Mathis started talking about Wendy Williams having 8 abortions, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? But never wanted to take accountability for his actions. And then you cried at the airport talking about neglecting your wife, pure survival. And when you finally take your ass home to try to work it out, you pulling guns out on people because you think that they clapping her cheeks. Or she might have been getting her cheeks clapped. I don't know which one it is. Pure survival. But this lawsuit is out and it's in effect. He just got hit with it. You know what I'm saying? And your wife was coming for you all year in the beginning of this year. This is the shit your wife was saying about you, sir. Remember?
Mathis is out here dropping bombs about Judge Greg Mathis, and trust me, it's not pretty. We're talking about a double life that'll make your jaw hit the floor. Just when we thought that the divorce drama couldn't possibly get worse, Linda said, hold my beer. Y'all, for 39 years, Judge Mathis and Linda served us couple goal realness. They had us all thinking that they were the perfect pair. But what if everything we thought we knew about the judge was one big lie? Linda filed for divorce citing the classic irreconcilable differences. But honey, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're hearing whispers about some wild stuff, occult behavior, and the judge was swinging both ways, if you know what I mean. But
She was talking about cult behavior and the judge swinging both ways. She was saying all kinds of shit. Pure survival. And you had to try to quiet her down. Said, look, I'm coming home. I'm done freaking off. And then you do this to put yourself back in the spotlight. Judge Mathis, pure survival. This is terrible.
Just when we thought that the divorce drama couldn't possibly get worse, Linda said, hold my beer. Y'all, for 39 years, Judge Mathis and Linda served us couple goal realness. They had us all thinking that they were the perfect pair. But what if everything we thought we knew about the judge was one big lie? Linda filed for divorce citing the classic irreconcilable differences. But honey, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're hearing whispers about some wild stuff, occult behavior, and the judge was swinging both ways, if you know what I mean. But listen up, y'all, because this tea I'm about to spill will have you seeing Judge Mathis in a whole new light. So y'all think you know Judge Mathis. Well, his wife's latest claims might have you second guessing everything you thought you knew.
See that? You think you know Judge Mathis, but the shit that his wife was saying will make you look at him totally different. Now, I couldn't picture you, Judge Mathis, pulling a gun on him up, threatening to kill somebody unless your life was in danger. Pierce our Bible. So I couldn't have pictured you just randomly doing this. So now I got to go back to all the shit your wife was saying before. Now I believe it. Pierce her Bible.
Linda filed for divorce citing the classic irreconcilable differences. But honey, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're hearing whispers about some wild stuff, occult behavior, and the judge was swinging both ways, if you know what I mean. But listen up, y'all, because this tea I'm about to spill will have you seeing Judge Mathis in a whole new light. So y'all think you know Judge Mathis. Well, his wife's latest claims might have you second guessing everything you thought you knew. But what kind of secrets could a TV judge be hiding? Well, Linda Mathis ain't just talking a little side piece. She's accusing of Judge living a whole double life. Let's break it down, because Linda's throwing some serious shade. She's saying Judge Mathis has allegedly been playing for both teams, if you catch my drift.
She said that he was living a double life and he was playing for both teams during survival. Now, that's all Diddy Glover's freak-off type of behavior. He's playing for both teams. He's playing for the Regina League, and he's playing for the Packer League. You know what I'm saying? This is wild, guys. Y'all got to smash that like button. We are surviving Judge Mathis.
Might have you second guessing everything you thought you knew. But what kind of secrets could a TV judge be hiding? Well, Linda Mathis ain't just talking a little side piece. She's accusing of Judge living a whole double life. Let's break it down, because Linda's throwing some serious shade. She's saying Judge Mathis has allegedly been playing for both teams, if you catch my drift. Yeah, you heard that right. Linda's claiming he's allegedly been messing around with men's and women's behind.
And look at that. He got a nerve. You look hugged up. Look at you, hugged up with a whole nother woman, Pierce our Bible, and that city worker, if he was clapping your wife's cheeks or if he wasn't. Let's just say he was. What were you doing right here, sir? What were you doing, sir? You was having a goddamn affair. So she went and got her swerve on, dude. Pierce her Bible. You was, you know what I mean, allegedly getting, boys and girls. So she went and got hers. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame her. Pierce her Bible.
Well, Linda Mathis ain't just talking a little side piece. She's accusing of Judge living a whole double life. Let's break it down, because Linda's throwing some serious shade. She's saying Judge Mathis.
Wow. Pure survival, guys. Smash that like button, yo. I'll be cracking up, man. When motherfuckers, this is wild.
Mathis has allegedly been playing for both teams, if you catch my drift. Yeah, you heard that right. Linda's claiming he's allegedly been messing around with men's and women's behind her back. But wait, it gets even wilder. She's also hinting at some dark Hollywood stuff, talking about occultic practices and shady rituals. Like, what in the world? Now, y'all know Judge Mathis has always come across as the upstanding family man, right? Mr. Moral Authority on TV, laying down the law and all of that. But if Linda's telling the truth, it looks like he might have been passing sentences by day and breaking vows by night.
You hear that? What'd she say? Passing sentences by day and breaking vows by night. My whole thing is, guys, I'm not even going to drag it out, but I'm a fair person. I don't just pick sides. Like, just because I'm a guy, I'm not just going to agree with the guy. Pierce our Bible. Like, if I do somebody wrong, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be surprised and act and rage if they get me back and do the same thing to me. You was leaving this woman home alone, like Macaulay Culkin, Pure Survival, and this state worker allegedly was spending time with her, making her feel good. You was making her feel bad. And then you said you was gonna work the shit out and you was gonna go home and act like you got some sense, Pure Survival. Instead, you going home and you pulling out shotguns. You should be just pulling out the wiener and giving it to your wife and laying it down. Getting you some Viagra, Pure Survival. Put down the P. Diddy freak off concoction. Stop drinking that, Judge Mathis. Pop you some motherfucking Viagra and then put it on her. That's what I thought you was gonna do. Pure survival. But now you over there pulling out machine guns, all types of crazy shit. This is a new lawsuit, guys. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I don't know if you're gonna get your wife back now. Cause you was gone for 2 weeks. So smash that like button. My Instagram, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. You know what I mean? Follow me and I'll follow you back during survival. I'm not even gonna drag this shit out long. I'm gonna let the news do it because the news is out. I want to see what he gonna say about this behavior. You know what I mean? You talked to TMZ when they came and saw you. What are you gonna tell TMZ now, sir? Why did you threaten to shoot the state worker, Judge Mathis? You supposed to be a leader. You have the children. You have us all. We are watching you. You supposed to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And this is just very, very disappointing. This is very disappointing during survival. So I hope you not on Diddy Lover's freak off tapes. When your wife was accusing you of this stuff and they was talking about the rituals I hope you not on them tapes because this is not going to look good, sir, especially during survival.